the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening. Dan is off tonight. I'm Ed Bradley. And Eye on America, using robot jocks to build skills young Americans will need in the high-tech workplace. In tonight's Eye on America, a look beyond the headlines of a new report by the National Science Foundation. It concludes that math and science education are improving, but the goal isn't to create new scientists. It's to create a new generation ready for the coming high-tech workplace. White Andrews reports on one approach to preventing casualties of the computer revolution.
There are cheerleaders, there are mascots, there is tension. The player shoots and scores. A robot slam dunk at the buzzer. What is this? It's a competition called U.S. First. Thousands of high school students on 96 corporate-sponsored teams playing robot basketball. Entrepreneur Dean Kamen founded U.S. First because he's worried that American students aren't learning enough science for the workplace of the future.
If we can make varsity algebra as exciting as football, we win.
That's good. Back it off some.
To compete, students like Yolanda Flowers team up with engineers like these from Xerox to design and build robots that can scoop, score, and play defense. Yolanda is a senior at Rochester, New York's Wilson High.
You're a good math student, though, right?
No, I flunked math twice.
You got to be kidding.
No.
Thanks to the robot warfare, Yolanda gets A's in math now.
It gave me that ability where I wasn't so frightened of math. I would just go out and just do it.
If the kids in this country aren't one step ahead of the kids around the world, they're going to be competing for the low-end jobs, not the high-end jobs.
Look in any workplace today, you'll find technology. Factory workers who must run computers. Your bank teller is a machine. The gas attendant, a plastic card.
You can feel it.
Even creative work like singing is programmed.
Feel it.
The chorus you hear with this singer is her single voice replicated by computer.
You can feel it.
You need to be familiar with electrical devices and computer brains.
Even the average new car is full of computers. At Ford, Steve McHenry says the company is forced to send its repair trainees to community college courses to fill in the science they missed in high school.
Are you saying that it is tough to find an auto mechanic now?
Extremely tough. You just can't take a kid out of high school and put him in like you could 10, 15 years ago.
Today, the government estimates that 44%, or almost half of all workers in the future, will have to go beyond high school just to make a living wage in America. And most of those workers will need a highly specialized or technical education.
It's no wonder then that at 96 companies, top engineers are helping kids build slam-dunking robots.
Somebody's got to show kids that science and technology is accessible, that it's rewarding, that it's fun, and if they do it and they do it well, they'll have a career in this country.
So prosperity will be based on know-how. In the workplace of the future, you will be skilled enough to run a machine like this, or be left to run one like this. In Rochester, New York, Wyatt Andrews for Eye on America.
When champion gladiators face off in a national competition next month, 2 of them are going to be from Rochester.
And these players aren't your typical athletes.
The contestants are radio-controlled robots built by teams of students from here. Robots from 2 area high schools will appear in the Nationals. Edison Tech students built Tiger Bolt with the Harris Corporation engineers. Bolton Magnet students created the X-Cat with help from Xerox. The contest teaches students that engineering can be fun.
Cheering crowds, flowing adrenaline, stiff competition from rival high schools. It's got to be the state finals in basketball or football, right? Well, not necessarily. As Dick Wilson reports, a student engineering contest is stirring up plenty of teen spirit.
It may look and sound like a TV game show or a sports event, but it's actually an academic exercise, the kind a classroom rarely provides. This is the Clinton High School team getting ready for the regional championships in the U.S. First robotics competition.
U.S. First teams are designed to create
the excitement of team sports competition, but for a serious purpose, promoting the study of science and technology by high school students. The Clinton High team won the first national championships a few years back. The students, from freshmen to seniors, work with engineers from its sponsor, Nipro, a nearby company that makes a wide variety of plastic parts. Each team gets a standardized kit they must use to build a robotic machine that must carry out a preset task.
The object of this machine is to pick up 24-inch diameter balls on the front end of the machine and elevate that to a pick-and-place device that we're going to use to transport the ball from our machine into the goal.
Down in the bowels of the company workrooms, the team works with Nipro engineer Lisa Sandberg on this year's design. Lisa, tell me what's going on here right now.
Well, right now, we are working on our second mock-up design of the universal joint for the suction cup.
This year's challenge to design and build a radio-controlled machine to pick up large and small balls and dump them into the goal faster than the competition. It's a dirt under the fingernails experience, and it's not just a boys' club for those interested in science.
Now that I got working on the computers and realizing what the engineers do, it's really interesting.
And the girls have as much opportunity as the boys to work on the machines that they want to work on.
We learn to work with one another, not to fight, and cooperate with each other.
All that cooperation paid off at the regional finals in Manchester, New Hampshire, where dozens of teams from the Northeast competed. The Clinton High School team finished in the top 8 in the regional contest. For the winner, it's on to the national competition later this month at Epcot Center in Florida. Dick Wilson, CNN, Clinton, Massachusetts.
Finalists and prize-winning teamwork between Rochester students and a local business. It's a positively Rochester effort involving robots. Those remote-control robots took first place in a science and technology competition last weekend at Florida's Epcot Center. They were designed and built by students from Edison Technical School with help from RIT and RF Harris Corporation.
Finally tonight, a Positively Rochester creation sent some local kids to the White House. The teens from Edison Tech left Rochester yesterday. They won an engineering contest by designing a fully remote-controlled robot. They had some help from Harris Communications. Today, they showed off their machine at the White House. As you can see, Vice President Al Gore was quite impressed. Students won first place in the 1996 U.S. First National Technology Competition at Epcot Center in Florida.